If you write Batman and your Batman wouldn't stop to comfort a crying child, you wrote Punisher in a silly outfit. Read from Over Sarcastically Productions. Now, everything I'm going to say, everything people are going to say against me, even what Red said, are all opinions. None of this is based on fact, because these comic characters change with every issue. So here is what that saying means to me. At their cores, when you break down everything Batman is, when you break down everything the Punisher is, they are two completely different characters. Batman, at the end of the day, wants to avoid tragedy. Sometimes he needs to punch people in the face. Sometimes he doesn't. A lot of times he avoids punching people in the face, because that is not the goal at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Batman's goal is to try to get as many innocent people safe at home. Punisher, in contrast, at the end of the day, well, he wants to punish criminals. He wants to hurt people that hurt people. And while that is noble in a lot of aspects, sometimes the ends do not justify the means. For example, and this is a fictional scenario, obviously, all these scenarios are fictional, and there could be a comic that counters what I say. Let's say there's a building on fire. In that building are the criminals that lit the fire, criminals holding people hostage, and the hostages, and people that were just living and realized there's a fire. Now, Batman, of course, he wants to get the criminals, but the first thing he wants to do is get those people, the innocent bystanders, the hostages, out of the fire. That is his main goal. If he has to beat somebody up to get to that goal, that's fine. But at the end of the day, that is his goal. I need to get these people out of the fire. That is what Batman is doing before he starts arresting and beating people down. Punisher, or at least many iterations of Punisher, and many iterations of Batman as well, but less than there are of Punisher. Punisher is going to go in there and start shooting the criminals. He's going to start shooting the hostage takers and not really regard the hostages. He's not going to actively harm them. If someone holds someone hostage and uses them as a shield, Punisher is not going to shoot through that person to get to the criminal. But he's not going to actively try to save them either. And again, that is completely my opinion. And there are several comics to contradict either side for Batman or Punisher. Are there comics that portray Batman, Thomas Wayne or Bruce Wayne or any other version that is a nonstop murder machine? Yes. Are there comics that show Punisher's more empathetic side, where he is more hero than vigilante? Of course. But when you break them down to their core characters, that is who I believe each of those characters are. Now, you want to go into the comments and argue with me, that's fine. All it does is boost my algorithm and push this video up further. So, go ahead and do that. But when all is said and done, my opinion is that there's a difference between punishment and vengeance.